Now we got another topic, right? And this is about the Ohio train wreck. I don't know much of what's going on. So far, all I've understood is that. Oops. So far, all I've understood is that there are chemicals that were released into the air, and this red shirt looks good on me, right? Yeah. Anyways, so far, all I understand is there's dangerous chemicals that got released into the air. What else? That workers want to blame Wall Street. Wall Street's involved in this? No. What else have I heard? What else have I heard, man? What else? What else? Oh, East Palestine, I believe, is involved in this, right? Whoever's involved in this. The way I see it, and I'm only going to say this in very brief terms. Anything that happens, when something happens, there's more to it than meets the eye. Now, some people would say, yeah, because there's a conspiracy and shit behind it. It's like, oh, it goes deeper than that. Yeah, because of history. It's like, oh, no, it's much more deeper than that. It's much more profound, you know? Not deep in like, oh, how shrouded in mystery or influence. More like profound in the sense of what is it telling us about how we live our lives? I'll tell you what it tells us. People could look at what it's saying externally as far as things that have to deal with the artificial world. But I'll tell you what it has to do when what something like that is trying to say about the way we live and the natural world. All right? I gotta fix my posture. Okay. What is it telling us? Number one thing is telling us, okay? We know trains are used for trading, right? Okay? So, something about the way I see it and the way I have seen it and I have observed, there's always something about something involved in whatever's going on that needs to be attended to. There's always, I'm going to repeat it again, there's always something about something involved and some experience that needs to be attended to. So trains are used for trading. Okay, and there's this issue, right? Transporting and manufacturing, right? All right? So train, boom. Chemicals, boom. People are suffering, boom. The animals are suffering, boom. Okay, there's a problem and there's an issue with the concept of trading, the world of trading. There's also a problem and an issue with the railroads, okay, and the use of diesel and gasoline, okay. There's also a problem and issue with the people who are working and piloting or driving these things, okay. So there's layers of issues, not just the chemical and not just how it's, damaging people and the animals and nature. It's more than that, okay? And that's just Wall Street. It's way more than that. People don't think about life in that. Some people don't think about life that deeply. They think it's just external, small things, and then that's it. They don't pay much mind to it. They don't go deeper. But you need to go deeper, okay? In my other video, I was talking about the whole concept of Antichrist, right? In life, in this artificial world, and the people who influence the artificial world, things can be twisted and manipulated for good and for bad. Okay? The concept, for example, of an Antichrist can be bad, yet good for some. Good for who? Figure it out. Because if I could figure it out, you could figure it out. Maybe stop being distracted by entertainment. Maybe, get to know some people and understand people's minds and, their intentions that they might have, what drives them, why. Why? What are they? What drives them? Why is it that they're driven to do certain things? Why is it they're driven or are afraid to maybe turn a new leaf or maybe change something, you know, or consider something else, a different avenue? Why are people afraid of, for example, why aren't some people, you know, instead of this diesel train and all these chemicals and transporting of chemicals, why do we need to do all of that? Why? Why do we need to do all that when life can be so simple? See what I'm saying? And I'm sure someone has an explanation as to why those chemicals needed to be transported. No matter what explanation, there's always going to be the question, why? Why? Oh, because of this. Why? Because of that. And why because of that? Because I feel this. Oh, okay, so it's an internal problem as usual. No, because I've seen this and I think and I've seen and I feel and this has happened and yada yada. Okay, again, an internal problem as usual. Anything anyone does comes from the internal. Anything that happens externally usually has something internally happening. You get it? Because people say it's internal investigations. Well, guess what? They don't internally investigate deep internally within themselves enough to realize that there's more than an external thing that they're studying that is causing these things to happen. When things are in a good flow, we know this. You all know when things are in a good flow, when you're flowing with ease, none of this stuff happens, right? But and let's say you are flowing with ease and something happens, okay, that's your time to take a step back, study, see what's up, and reapproach. But some of these people, when things like this happen, instead of reapproaching and changing up, they just repeat and do the same thing, and then more oil spills, more accidents, and the same cycles repeat over and over. Then you hear it on the news, and then people get trapped in those cycles and are influenced to think that their life runs on those cycles. So they're caught in a cycle. An endless cycle of madness of so many things happening constantly. We're paying to live. We need the company because this and that, either because of we need control or revolutions, yada yada. Every part of humanity, whomever you are, even those who claim themselves to be natives or indigenous, everyone's an indigenous. I was told by several people, hey, you're an indigenous. You're an indigenous because you live life simply. I'm like, I don't think you need to be using that label, but whatever, I appreciate it. Okay? If you're born of Earth, you're native to Earth. That's how I see it. Period. Okay? And his responsibility to take care of Earth and the animals. Doesn't matter what culture, tradition, I will still tell whoever I need to say that your tradition of killing an animal is fucked up, and that's why your people suffer. All right? Get it over your fucking heads. Get a grip. And get out of that freaking illusion. That's what I tell people. All right? Get out of that illusion. You need to get out of that illusion because that's an illusion. People have that illusion. Anyways, that aside, I digress. Point of the matter is, things happen for many, many, many specific reasons, and not just the reasons that people go exploring externally. Okay? There are much more deeper, profoundly spiritual, insightful reasons that these things happen. Okay? Now it's happening to this place. Why is it happening to this place? Now innocent animals have to suffer because of the lack of responsibility humans have with themselves, first and foremost, yourself internally, and with each other. Okay? People want to talk about the train and they want to get into all the other details and stuff. And it's like, I listen to all the details. I'm like, you know what? I could listen to what people are saying about it, who they're getting mad at. At the end of the day, they all got it messed up because they all messed up somewhere. Okay? You all messed up somewhere. Or maybe not messed up in the sense of, purposely like not paying attention to certain things or purposely not doing the right thing, but messed up in the sense of not paying attention enough, not being aware enough of why these things happen. Hence why we come, there we go. Hence why people like me come on and make these videos. Anyways, y'all, that's all I got. These sleeves need to be longer. see if I put it up like this. A bit better. Yeah, kind of. Just don't want to sweat. Y'all know what I mean? Because if I sweat in this thing, it gets really stuck here. Anyways, that's all I got, y'all. And you know what? Share what y'all want to share. Converse amongst yourselves. But check out my previous video. I talked about AI. Money is necessity. The whole Project Bluebeam. You know, so silly. Oh, an antichrist is coming. The antichrist is saying good things, but to control. You know, some people would even say that even religions would call people who are against their dogmas their anti-religion or religious labels, whether it's anti-Sufi, the anti-Muhammad, the anti-Christ, the anti-Buddha. Stupid. Anyways, peace. Don't let yourselves. All right. In other words, how do I want to end this? Listen to your heart. Work on yourselves. So that way, when you hear about all this other shit that people experience or talk about or things that happen in the world, you understand on a much more profound level what's going on. So that you can make the right decisions and not have to do that or not have to face such issues. Life is simple, and there's a flow, there's an ease and a flow to life. And you just got to find that formula. And that formula is found not just by studying life, but by living life. Live and understand, understand and live. They go hand in hand. Okay? Anyways, I'll talk about that concept a little more later.